Hey everyone, today we are going to make pumpkins using this straw and this yarn. We'll tie it off with some orange string. First step is wrap your yarn around the straw. So you want to go over that end piece just a little bit so then it's not gonna fall off on you. Don't worry, it'll be secured later. Then we are going to just wrap the yarn around the straw like so. I'm not exactly sure how tight you want it, but I'm gonna go really tight, and then I'm gonna go from here to here on the straw. About 12 centimeters if you're gonna follow it exactly. And I'm just gonna whip it around a second time. Just do it until you have the thickness of the pumpkin that you want. Alright, so I think that I like my thickness. I went around probably 5 times. So now since we've done this on a straw, we are gonna get our string here and push it through the straw. There we go. Okay, so you can use a bobby pin and that works better. It unraveled a little bit, but that's fine. I'm not sure how much extra string we'll need, so I'm just gonna get that much extra on the one side. And then about the same on both sides. If you have extra string, well, it's better than not having enough string. So we're just gonna cut it. And remove. I guess you don't want it too tight because you have to remove it off the straw, so I'm moving it onto the straw. Whoops, I'm gonna. So you want to remove all of the pumpkin, or all of the yarn strands onto the string. Careful to hold on to the end of the string because you don't want them unraveled. So now you have this large blob and we're going to tighten it as tight as it will go. we're going to make a pumpkin out of this toilet paper and this yarn. So let's get to it. First, we're going to cut this in half, and then now we're going to cut little slits. Now we're going to slowly fold them all in. We're going to repeat on this side. Now that we've finished, we are going to get some of our yarn and cut once we get what we want. Now we're going to make lines for the pumpkin lines and get all of the string through the hole. Once you get your last strip in, like so, figure out which side you want to be the upside and get a little stick. I just cut mine from the other stick and push it in, and we're going to glue it with a glue gun just to make sure it has some extra security. And there we go, a cute little pumpkin. Now we're going to make a spider web out of some sticks and twine. So we're just gonna get regular sticks from the bush and glue in the center or center-ish as much as you can. And we're gonna just keep putting the sticks on top of each other, kind of like a cross, like crisscrossing them into sort of a star shape. Now we're going to get some twine and loop it around each individual stick. Tie a knot on the first one to help it stay. It's a tedious process, but we're going to keep going throughout all of the sticks. We've looped around all of the sticks one time. We can cut off any super long or extra pieces of stick that we don't want to keep for the web. One thing I noticed while gluing the spider web is that you need to glue each round of twine that you loop around the sticks as you're looping it, because otherwise they tend to slide around everywhere and it's just a lot easier. So continue doing this until you get to the center of the web. Now that we finished wrapping the twine around, we can put whatever we want on the web. I chose some leaves. Here you'll see me struggling to put it on. I wasn't quite sure how to fit it between the loops. But yeah, I'm gonna put some leaves and show you how to make some spiders. Yourself a pine cone and then just dot a little bit of glue in between it and add little pine needles, and there is your spider.